Happy Motivational Monday. Hi, it's the nursing professor here. I want to speak today to you new grads. I want to congratulate you on your successful completion of a program and know that you're going to be successful on your NCLEX. So study hard, take that test as soon as possible because you have all the information. You all have green lit. I know you all know that term. You passed whatever pre-exam that you needed to in order to get to this point and get that diploma. So here I have 5 tips that's going to help you with your success in transitioning from new graduate nurse to being a registered nurse. And number 1 is this, is that you're going to feel like you know nothing, but you do. Okay, because the truth of it is that you've spent the last 2-3 years learning how to take care of patients basically on paper or in a simulation lab that is a learning environment where in reality, still a learning environment, but at the end of all of this is a real patient. And sometimes, learning in a real environment doesn't make you feel like you can be open to ask questions because the preceptor who you're working with, of course, is dealing with life and death of this person that's under his or her control. And so sometimes it might feel like you not know anything, but you really, really do. Number 2, it's not about meeting new friends. If you do, that's icing on the cake. But I think frequently as young people, regardless of your profession, then you think that you're going in a work environment and everybody's going to be nice to you. Truth of it is that that's not the case. I think on social media, I frequently hear it's the old nurses against the new nurses. I'm going to tell you, my experience has been that some of the new nurses can be just as mean and just as nasty as old nurses. So it shouldn't be about that. And hopefully at some point that's going to resolve itself because it's ridiculous. It really is. We've all been new at one point. But keep in mind that if someone doesn't return this friendly response to you, it's okay. It's okay. You go home. You got plenty of friends. Number 3, if you feel like your preceptor relationship with you is not good or not conducive to your learning, then the first thing I'm going to suggest to you is to talk to the preceptor. Say, hey, Susie Q, I really don't like what I'm hearing. I'm hearing whispering that you don't want to be with me, that I'm dumb, that I'm slow, that I'm stupid, any of that kind of thing like that. Because you're a healthcare professional. You got to learn to have some of these hard talks with people, because if not, then you're going to feel less than, and that is not conducive to adult learning. We need to feel uplifted. So have that conversation first with your preceptor. If you get no resolution, then go to the nurse manager. Okay, because these relationships should not happen like that. But the truth of it is sometimes preceptors are forced in that role because there's no one else to do it. Sometimes they're only doing it for the extra money. So the incentive for preceptors to actually take on a new nurse sometimes are less than ideal. And as a result of that, then you can be in the wrong situation for learning, but you need to speak up and always know that you have a voice. Number 4 is to learn and listen from report, because there you're going to find out what is actually needed when you're giving report or when you're receiving report. For example, if someone had an abnormal lab, it's very important that you report that. So say someone's potassium was 3.1. 3.1 is low for potassium. We know that the effect of it on the heart. So it's not only good enough for you to say, oh, I had, Mr. Jones in 312 who had a potassium at 3.1, but what did you do about it? And so frequently as a new nurse, then sometimes you don't understand that it's important to say what you did about it or to always do something about anything that's abnormal. And then there's a little bit of room for conflict to happen. So anything abnormal, be it abnormal vital signs, abnormal labs, abnormal x-rays, any of that, then report that, but also say what you did about it. Maybe you just notified the provider and the provider hasn't called back, but be able to say that. And number 5 is to take advantage of any learning opportunity. It doesn't always have to be with your preceptor. If you hear something going on, if you hear a rapid response being called down the hall, then go into that room, and when you step in, say, hey, I'm a new grad, and may I be here? Everybody in that room, that team will understand what it's like to be new, and they will help support you through that. And that is the way adults learn. So don't be shy. Continue to be curious. Understand that you're a healthcare professional too. And it may be challenging, because I'm not going to lie. My first experience was, I felt awful. I stayed there for almost 2 years. And, there were many times I woke up and I can't do this. So I understand what that feels like. Hopefully that is not your experience, but just know that if it is, then at some point, if you can't get resolution, then you turn in your resignation and you go to the next place. It's okay. It's okay. There are plenty of healthcare jobs around. Trust me on that. So I hope this helps. Again, congratulations on your success, and I'll see you next video, or better not, maybe I won't see you next video because you'll pass your NCLEX and you can continue on. Bye for now.